What's up, guys? It's your boy Anime Boom, and I am back for another video. And me seeing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, man. There's one character in that movie I feel like they downgraded a bit. He like went from a top tier character to now he's like, oh man, why they do him like that? They downgraded him. So let's get into Peter B. Parker, man. Peter B. Parker. Roll that intro. Okay, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Just beautiful. That movie was so amazing. All the characters were amazing. I thought you had three characters like, dang, they really good. You had Miles Morales. Spider-Man underdog becomes Spider-Man. Great story. You had Gwen. She was background in this movie, but she was like the backup to Spider-Man. She was cool. She's from a different universe, and she's cool. Then you had Peter B. Parker, an older version of Spider-Man that fell off, but then Miles helps him come back, reach his full potential again. He becomes a great Spider-Man again. That was a great story, man. And you got to see him and Miles just work together, teacher and student, great chemistry and stuff. One of the best team-ups in a long time, man. Great Spider-Man was a different version of Spider-Man. He had elements of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and like another new version of Spider-Man. He felt like that version, but he really wasn't. And they just really did a good job. So, in the Spider-Verse, he was just loved by everybody. He was loved by everybody. And then it changed in Across the Spider-Verse. So, let's get into that. Okay, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. In this movie, man, so you had the three. Really, it's two now, sadly. So the movie starts off with Gwen, and we're staying in her universe for most of the time. And at first, I'm like, okay, this is a good opening to it. We get to see more of Gwen Spider-Man. Okay, that's cool. But we're eventually gonna get the Miles and Peter B. Parker, right? I was like, okay, we gonna get to them eventually, I think. And then as the movie goes on, there's a lot of Gwen's backstory still going on. Then we finally get to Miles Morales. I'm like, okay, let's go. We here. It took us a minute, but we here at Miles Morales' part. And then Gwen and Miles are hanging out, doing their thing. And I'm like, where's Peter B. Parker? Where's Peter B. Parker at? I was thinking that, but I was like, okay, we get some cute Miles and Gwen relationship stuff. Okay. Then Gwen goes to the little multiverse place with all the Spider-Mans, and Miles joins her. And I'm like, oh, okay. We get some new Spider-Mans. Okay, some clean new Spider-Man. Spider-Punk and the India Spider-Man. All of that was pretty cool. New Spider-Mans. And I was like, where the old Spider-Mans at? Like, where's all the Penny Parker and Spider Noir and all those characters? I'm like, okay, where are they at? But they didn't really come up. They never was in the movie. So then I'm like, okay, where's Peter B. Parker? And then we get Miguel O'Hara. He was in the beginning of the movie, but we really get him now. He's talking to Miles and getting angry at him. And I'm like, oh, okay. I like this Spider-Man. Where's Peter B. Parker at? Then we finally get Peter B. Parker. He's talking and we get a reunion between him and Miles. I'm like, okay, yes, Peter B. Parker. But we like halfway through the movie now I'm like, no. And he had a kid. I was like, no. That means that's a good way to go with the storyline, but I was like, no, that means he ain't gonna be important no more. And he wasn't. He didn't do nothing else for the movie. I don't know what he was doing. He didn't do nothing. He had a kid, basically. And he's happier now. That's the end of his storyline. So Into the Spider-Verse was the end of Peter B. Parker's storyline. And that's so sad to me, man. He was the best one. I think he was equal to Miles in that first movie, or he was right next to Miles Morales. They gave Gwen more time. And that's good they gave Gwen more time, but they sacrificed Peter B. Parker, man. Because I guess they just didn't realize how big he was. I feel like he could have did so much more. But, sometimes maybe you just got to let the stuff go. He has no more of a storyline. Maybe I gotta let that go. But yeah, he didn't really do nothing else in this movie, and he's gonna help Gwen save Miles. Cause at the end of the movie, Miles in trouble, so Gwen's gonna save him, and Peter B. Parker's gonna help Gwen. So we're gonna see him in Beyond the Spider-Verse. So let's get into that now. How is he gonna be in Beyond the Spider-Verse? Okay, Beyond the Spider-Verse, man. I don't think he's gonna do much. I'm not gonna lie. Beyond the Spider-Verse, I don't. There's no more of a storyline. It's over. We at the end of it now. So I think the important Spider-Mans in the next movie are gonna be Miguel, Miles, Gwen, and that's really it. I'm sorry. Those are the three Spider-Mans that matter now. And Spot. I think Spot the villain is gonna be important too, but I don't think there's no more space for Peter B. Parker. He's gonna have some cool action. But the storyline is done. He had his time in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. There isn't no more stuff for him, and it's gonna be for the other characters, and that hurts. But I think that's what great film is. Like, you gotta let that stuff go. His storyline is over with, and I might just have to accept that. But tell me how y'all feel about Peter B. Parker. Was he wasted in Across the Spider-Verse, or was he fine? And he just you had to move on. And I'll see you on the next video. Anime Boom out. Peace.